I think we good. I think we in here real good. Pause. All right, let's get this thing started, y'all. I'm excited. You know, let's get this rocking. Oh, well, yeah, there we go. Uh, Y'all already know what time it is, y'all. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's great? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Can the Brothers Get It Right podcast. This is episode 92. I'm your host, Ashley Lovechild. I'm joined with my co-host, my brother from another mother. Blood couldn't make us any closer. One of the best photographers in the world, my brother Santana. Say something to the people.
What's good? What's good? What's good with y'all? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. As always, y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all here with us tonight. And always much love to that. You know what I'm saying? We got a jam-packed show. You know what I'm saying? Let's get right to it, you heard?
Yo, I don't think we show enough love, but we show love because we what type of bros we are. We show love, you know what I'm saying? Everybody get money around us, B. You know what I'm saying? You got money in your pocket, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't want to hear people don't got money in their pocket, you know what I'm saying? So we want to thank y'all for tapping in and showing us major love, telling a friend to tell a friend to tap into us. So again, major appreciation to y'all. So thank y'all for the ultra support. So all right, y'all, let's get right into it. First segment of the night. You already know popular opinions. This segment is brought to you by OUV Records. Yeah, y'all see the T. Y'all see the T. OUV Records motto is create, document, and inspire. You can go on on Instagram right now. Stay in tune to the latest music and merchandise at OUV Records on Instagram. First question of the night. Shout out to Biggs in the building. Yeah, shout out to Biggs in the building, man. Ready in the building, holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Biggs, man. We appreciate you as always, my brother. All right, y'all. Again, first question of the night. Favorite singer on this list? Favorite singer on this list? Number one, Mariah Carey. Number two, Alicia Keys. Number three, Tony Braxton. Number four, Kelly Rowland. Tell us what y'all think in the chat. In the chitter chat. Let us know. Let us know. Who you got, my brother?
I'm probably gonna have to go with best singer on this list. Ugh. I'm gonna go
But
with Mariah Carey.
but is she your favorite on this list?
Favorite? No, there's nobody on this list. That's my favorite. But best singer for me on this list is
Oh,
Mariah Carey.
okay. Okay. Why you went with Mariah?
Like I said, best singer on the list to me.
Okay. Okay. Now, I'm gonna agree with you. I think Mariah is hands down the best singer on this list, vocally. But my favorite on this list, I'm gonna have to go with Tony Braxton, dog. Early Tony was crazy Tony. I mean, crazy in the sense of beautiful, music matching the output, and I like the way she get around them songs. You know what I'm saying? I remember her first music video. Every now and again, I have to sneak a peek. You know what I'm saying? I have to sneak a peek when she in the little biker shorts, a little Jeep. You know what I'm saying? The classic Jeep with the wheel on the back jump. You know what I'm saying? All on the beach, throwing sand all in Shamar face and running around the Jeep and you know what I'm saying? It's just looking like a place I want to be at if I was an adult. You know what I'm saying? So that Tony is like that's a different type of Tony for me. Natural short hair. She threw a little baseball cap on that thing. You know what I'm saying? She had
Mhm.
me in the palm of her hand. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So and she had bangers all on that first album. It was just straight hits. So favorite I'm definitely going with Tony on this. Let us know what y'all think in the chat. Hit that like button as well, but let us know what y'all think in the chat. Kelly Rowland is a hell of a singer. Alicia Keys is a good singer. She's probably the least as far as uh, singing ability on this list, but she plays the piano. So she's also very talented on the keys. But, and we already know what type of notes Mariah can hit. You know what I'm saying? Her notes be, you know what I mean? So, would you say it'd be on a different level, right?
Up there, son.
Up there, you know what I'm saying? What my man said, hit notes that Mariah couldn't carry, you know what I'm saying? So it be like that. But again, I'm going with Tony Braxton. My brother went with Mariah Carey. The rest of the world went with at 48% Mariah Carey. What do you think about that?
I mean, yeah, that's fair. Like I said, nobody on the list was on my favorite, so I just went with singing ability. So I mean, I could agree with it.
Yeah. All right. All right. That's cool. All right. Moving on to our next popular opinion question. Remember, y'all, stick to the answers in the question. All right. Question number 2. Best date night on this list. Best date night on this list. Number 1, movies, then dinner. Number 2, club, then diner. Number 3, beach, then takeout. Number 4, I already see your wheels spinning. Y'all, I'm taking you down memory lane. I can already see it. I can already see your wheels all spinning, bro. I see the memory lane in your eyes right now. Pause. Number 4, Netflix, and chill. Let us know what y'all think in the chat. These are all good nights right here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying.
Damn, they're all good nights. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm just have to do Netflix and chill, man. That's just the easy, no brainer, no thought process to it. You know what I'm saying? Probably bring some takeout. You know what I'm saying? Drink a little bottle what she want to drink on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. You don't got no bottle? Nah, you know what I'm saying? It's just you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
So
yo.
yeah, I'll go with Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill. Can't go wrong with the Netflix and chill. You know what I'm saying? All these is good nights right here. I ain't gonna hold you. Movies and dinner is like the first date. You know what I'm saying? The first date, maybe the second date. I'll say more so the second date. You know what I mean? I'm more of a talker on the first day. I'm trying to get to know you. Second date is more so movies, little movies and then, you know what I'm saying? But that club and diner was a dangerous combo in the earlier years. That was a dangerous combo. I'm just putting that out there. Just putting that out there. I didn't really get jiggy with it with the whole beach and takeout until I moved to Florida. But that's a cold piece right there. Like, oh word, this is different. You know what I'm saying? You letting the sun hit you, you know what I'm saying? The ocean is so just the rapture of the ocean, you know what I'm saying? It just takes it to a whole nother level, you know what I'm saying? But I'm with you, bro. Pause. That Netflix and chill hit different, you know what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing like being able to really watch something with somebody. Y'all get y'all chuckles on and, you know what I'm saying, bust your jokes. You got the food right there. And then, after, it's if you can get through the whole movie, you know what I'm saying, you done had one hell of a night. So, me personally, I'm going with Netflix and chill. My brother went with Netflix and chill in the chat. I'm seeing a little of everything. All the above is all clutch at 49%. Netflix and chill. What do you think about that?
I mean, it's a no brainer. Netflix done step their game up as far as like selections of all types of shit. So you know what I'm saying? Y'all got a plethora of movies and TV shows to pick from. You know what I'm saying? That
Mhm.
couch gonna be worn out by the time y'all get done with them that series. You feel me? So Netflix and chill has always been an easy go-to clutch mode.
Don't forget them documentaries. Them documentaries could be super clutch. You know what I'm saying?
Like mad
So
informative too. On top of that,
yeah, facts.
learn something too.
Yo, I didn't even know that you could get that from exercise. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even know. You know what
Molasses for real?
I'm saying? Wow, stupid. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next popular opinion question for TV goers. Coolest TV character on this list. Coolest TV character on this list. Number one, Jamie on the Jamie Foxx show. Number two, Mark at Mark Curry on Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Number three, Malik Wright, The Game or Game. Four, Steve Harvey, The Steve Harvey Show.
You said what was the question? Who was the coolest?
The coolest.
Uh, damn, the coolest. I would have to go with Mark Kerr with Hanging with the Coopers. You know what I'm saying? Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Because
Mm-hmm.
that's the only one I say throughout the series where, you know what I'm saying, man, was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, there
Yeah,
was flip flop. I would have picked Malik, but nah. He just had too many L's he was taking. And it's
yeah,
like, and you slime your man's TT for his cool. And it was like,
yeah, yeah,
I can't
yeah,
rock. So yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna go with Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Yeah, Malik did take a lot of L's. Like one of his mans and them was trying to put him to bed. Like that just wasn't a good look. Where you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, you put it out there with the lasagna and all that. Like yo, what we talking about, bro? He's like, yo, you got Jay Holiday playing. You know what I'm saying? Talking about you want to get your toes sucked and all that. Pause. Like you was throwing it out there. You know what I'm saying? Like so he took a lot of L's. Steve Harvey was kind of ill because you a music teacher you teaching the youth. I don't think there's nothing cooler than that, being able to be around the youth and be able to teach the youth your skills and your knowledge. And then he had a nice little spot. Not gonna hold you. Like the spot was kind of high. You know what I'm saying? Had the piano for the, to impress the ladies, you know what I'm saying? The little ladies that come through, you know what I'm saying? Hit the piano. He always had the little fresh Armadale in the cupboard, you know what I'm saying? Ready to get right, so he didn't know how to he didn't know how to pimp it, but he had cool features going on. You know what I'm saying? He's a rock legend, had platinum plaques on the wall, like you know what I'm saying? I had little group and shit, I mean. You know what I'm saying? I'll do what I can do, you know what I mean? So that was kind of cool. But overall, I'm gonna have to go with Jamie Foxx. I mean, he got the jingle job, you know what I'm saying? Got his jingle, he got the Astro van, you know what I'm saying? Got the company whip. He live in the Presidency in the hotel. Ain't nothing flyer than that. And then on the name of the hotel, it's his family name. You know what I'm saying? He not staying at the Holiday Inn little Prezi. He like, yo, I stay at the King's Hotel. Like, my name is on the building. Like, what's happening? Like, ain't and he had the piano. Like Club Scorpio was popping every now and again. You know what I'm saying? He turned this crib into Club Scorpio, popping. So I'm gonna say Jamie Foxx on this, and his woman was fine. Let's face it, Fancy was fine at that time. So I'm going with Jamie Foxx. You went with Hanging with Mr. Cooper. The rest of the world at 41% went with Malik on The Game. What do you think about that?
I guess it's the NFL quarterback lifestyle. That's really what
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Other than that, nigga was an asshole. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
He said, "Yo, if you was really sorry, you'd have brought me a bread." He said, "If you was really sorry, you'd have brought me a gift bag." He said something like that, like, "Yo." So, yo,
Wow. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next popular opinion. Biggest hustle in the U.S. right now. Biggest hustle in the U.S. right now. Number one, DoorDash. Number two, virtual assistant. Number three, ride sharing. Number four, Uber.
biggest hustle right now.
Yeah.
Mm, I probably would have to say still Uber. You know what I'm saying?
Still Uber.
Probably
Hmm.
still hustle that people, any average person can just hop in and out of real quick whenever they, you know what I'm saying, need some little quick cash or whatever.
Hmm.
So the accessibility of it, I feel it makes it so readily available and so easy to tap into. So I said that's why I went with Uber.
Okay. Okay. Um, I'm gonna go with ride sharing. I'm gonna go with ride sharing. Like every time I travel, like that's like the big thing. Um, and everybody travels. Like it's so weird. Like we live in a day and age. I travel way more than my parents ever have, and I think we all have. I think a majority of our parents were so used to not being stagnant, but a lot of our parents didn't grow up taking like trips every year. Some of our parents did, but like taking trips. You know what I'm saying? Like me, you know, we load up the Pacer and went down to Washington D.C. Every other year. So, um, you know, the world that we live in today is kind of completely different, and ride sharing is like a big thing. So I think it's ride sharing. You went with Uber. The rest of the world at 39% went with DoorDash. What do you think about that?
Mm, I mean, can't be mad at it. You know what I'm saying? DoorDash is one they should deliver to their crib, so can't get mad about getting instant gratification by getting to your door.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You know, it's funny when we was kids, and I'd be like, "Yo, I wish Dunkin' Donuts would deliver." You know what I'm saying? I wish Pizza Hut would come to my crib, or McDonald's would come to my crib. And now that we have that, I don't even eat none of that stuff anymore.
Nah,
So, it's a weird that not weird, but it's funny how things happen. So all right, moving on to our next popular opinion question. Most influential movie that came out and changed the industry. Most influential movie that came out and changed the industry. Number one, Die Hard. Number two, Terminator 2. Number three, Jaws. Number four, Predator.
and you said that changed the movie industry.
Yeah,
You said Predator, Jaws.
Terminator 2 and Die Hard.
Mm, I'm probably gonna have to go with Jaws because of the cinematography, the um, how they made the shark look real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The realistic aspect of it, and they worked with what they got, and they, you know what I'm saying? They made Jaws out of it. So after that movie, I feel like they probably cinematography definitely went a step up in a
Hmm.
new direction after that movie.
Hmm. Yo, great answer, man. Like we on par for a lot of these answers tonight. I'm gonna go Jaws as well because you didn't see movies like that before with that type of movie to get those type of shots, the scare shot, and to make it realistic and believable way before its time. And that's why we got movies like Into Deep and even Toronto, what's it called? Tornado Shark. Even though that movie is ridiculous, it's very ridiculous, but the possibilities are the possibilities because of Jaws, if that makes sense. Also, a reason why we got movies like Anaconda. So without Jaws, it took it to a whole nother level. So I'm going with Jaws as well. You were with Jaws. The rest of the world at 38% went with Predator. What do you think about that?
I can't be mad at it. I just feel as though chronologically it would have made more sense to go with a movie that came before all
Hmm.
these other movies. But
Hmm.
I mean, Predator is still a good movie,
Yeah.
regardless. So,
I think they might be a year apart. I think they might be a year apart because first Jaws is what 87,
mm,
first
uh,
Predators 88.
Nah, Jaws was like in the 70s.
Really?
Jaws was like 76, 77 or some shit.
Why? I don't know why I thought it was somewhere in the 80s.
Yeah, Jaws was like, yeah, in the late 70s.
Okay. Okay. Great movies, great watches. If y'all never seen those movies, make sure y'all tap into all of those. All right, moving on. All right, moving on to our next segment. Hollywood needs to ask us. All right, you want to start this one off, my brother?
Now you can start it off.
All right, so I want to see a movie about Jan Ernest. Jan Ernest Moltzinger. He was actually the creator of the shoe lasting machine. Um, and so basically, the shoe lasting machine revolutionized, going back to revolutionized the ability to make shoes a certain way, faster, easier, and it just changed the game forever. Um, so yeah, I want to see, and he's the first melanated man to be able to do this. So I want to see a movie based on him. It will be an excellent period piece. He was born 1852, died 1889. So he didn't live a long time, but it was very impactful. So I would love to see that period piece of his life and how he was able to revolutionize the shoemaking game. What do you think about that?
Nah, lit. That's what's up.
Yeah,
The history lesson on that one for sure.
facts. Yeah, so that's what I want to see made. What you got?
Me, I want to see preferably a documentary, but I want to see why the car industry got rid of, or not really got rid of, but they still make it, but very limited. But why they don't make manual transmission as much as they used to. I need to see a documentary of why they phase it are starting to phase that out. I feel as though that's a piece of technology that still needs to be prevalent and more used in society because it gives you way more option as far as like controlling the car, being more aware as you driving the car. Because a lot of people out here just sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
You learn how to drive stick. You kind of be on point. Not saying it's gonna cause less accidents. You know what I'm saying? It's human nature to make errors, but at least you have way more options as just braking. You know what I'm saying? Because you could downshift, you could do all kinds of things before even using the brake to slow the car down. So I really want to see what was the reasoning behind getting rid of stick shift options in vehicles.
fire, fire. They talking about Diddy goes both ways, men and boys. Y'all are funny. Diddy can dive stick. He can drive stick. Yo, Johnny, you on fire tonight. You stupid. All right, y'all, moving on. Make sure y'all tap into our membership portion of our channel. Make sure you tap in. We got different memberships available, different access, and different things. So make sure you tap in. We got Gold, Platinum Family, and Day Ones. We love love, so continue to show that love. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification. So, yes. All right, moving on to our must see segment. Must see movies, must hear music, must see TV shows. You want to start this off?
Nah, you go ahead.
All right, so my number one movie that y'all must see is Thursday night. So let's start the weekend right. Movie is called Heist 88. Came out in 2023, directed by Maha Hade. Stars Precious Way, Courtney B. Vance, Keisha Sharp, Xavier Clyde, Bentley Green, Keith David, Nikon Robinson. Fire movie, y'all. Fire movie about a famous bank robber. Goes back to his town of Chicago, finds three young up and coming people that work within the bank. But this is in the 80s. So these people was making only like 3.35 an hour. That is crazy. To work in a bank in the 80s and make 335 an hour is crazy. So they come up with this plan, and you have to watch the rest of the movie. I will not ruin it for you. Again, it's called Heist 88. Second must see movie. Came out in 1991, directed by Rod Daniel. It's called The Super. It's a comedy. It's so funny. Stars Joe Pesci, Vincent Gardena, Madeline Smith, Ruben Blades, and Todd Montero. Funny movie about a slum landlord. Gave his son the property. The property is awful. Ran down, and it was so bad that the judge ruled in the tenant's favor, where the landlord had to live on the property for 30 days. And you have to see the rest of the movie. It's so funny and unforgettable, and y'all gonna thank me later. Trust me. Must see movie. So make sure y'all tap into The Super. My third and final movie is called Running Scared. Came out in 2006. It's an action thriller, directed by Wayne Kramer, and it starred Paul Walker, Vera Farmiga. Damn, I always mess her name up. Vera Farmiga, Alex Newberry, Cameron Bright, Karen Joy, Thomas Roslin Jr., Maurice Lee, and Johnny Messer. Yo, this movie is hardcore, y'all. It's hardcore. It's about a law enforcement get caught up in a little gun battle, and you have to see the rest of the movie. Like, I don't even want to tell you the other part of the movie because it's going to give it away. And it starts from the very beginning. It starts off hot. Like, I don't know if you remember Running Scared, bro, but that
Mhm.
Running Scared was crazy, and it's a must see movie. So make sure y'all tap into, again, Running Scared, The Super, and Heist 88. You won't regret it. Tap in.
If Diddy got his shit organized like Buddy and them had they DVDs organized in that room, all alphabetical order and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, he would have had no issues. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, just grab that volume over there. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. So you know how I do, chat. I always got a theme. This week ain't no different. So my theme for my movies are period pieces. So these movies display a period or a time in history, and they just showcase more so the aesthetic, the clothing, and how these time frames look, right? So the first movie on period piece is The Last Duel. It came out 2021, stars Jodie Comer, Adam Driver, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Serena Kennedy, Alex Lothar, Julian Firth, Martin Kozakis, Chloe Harris, Mark Atkin, Harriet Walker, and Nathaniel Parker. So the Last Duel is basically a pyramid piece of the Hundred-Year War between France and England, and it follows Matt Damon's character as he's a knight and he's rising up through the ranks. And you got to watch the rest of the movie to see how he rises up through the ranks. You know what I'm saying? Fire movie is really dope. Everybody in this movie's top tier acting. Again, it's a period piece, so you get to see France and England back in the 13th century with the type of clothing that they had and everything like that. So it's fire. So next on the list is the movie The King. Came out in 2019, stars Timothy Chalamet, Joel Edgerton, Robert Patterson, Ben Methodison, Sean Harris, Lily Rose Depp, Gaber Zapas, Tom Cormick, Dean Charles, Andrew Harville, Stephen Elder, and Thompson Mackenzie. King is about period piece about the young Henry V as he's coming up on his rise of becoming the king. And you gotta watch the movie on how he becomes the king. You know what I'm saying? Fire movie, dope. Again, another period piece in the late 12th, 13th century France and England. And last on this list is one of my favorites. It's called The Irishman. Came out in 2019. Stars Robert De Niro, Martin Scorsese, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, Harvey Keitel, Anna Paquin, Stephen Graham, Bobby Cannello, uh, Ray Romano, Stephanie Kurzatz, Welker White, and Jesse Plemons. Heavy hitters on this cast right here. And the period piece is in the 1950s and 60s in America when the mob was just basically cemented their control by taking over all the unions all across America. And by only taking over the unions and the Teamsters, they had control basically of the whole workforce in all of America. And you got to watch the movie, how they finessed it, how they came up, and how they ultimately fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? Fire ass movie. If you got 3 hours to watch, you know what I'm saying? It's a long one, but it's a dope one. So my period pieces are The Irishman, The King, and The Last Duel.
So they was partying.
Oh, there was party. You know what I'm saying?
Party. So they ate all the chicken.
All the hog maws, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, but
All
so
the pig feet is gone. You know what I'm saying?
it's gone.
All of it. Just
And
they got to bring another case of 1,000 bottles and shit. You know what I'm saying?
damn.
Just mad bottles. Just bring them over.
So you know what I'm saying? All the partying. So they got like over like 1,000 of the baby oils are all up in the party.
All over, son.
All over. All right. You know what I'm
Room.
saying?
That's what
I
I heard.
what you said? What you
That's what
said?
I heard. Each room, son. That's what I heard. You know what I'm saying?
And don't forget the pink cocaine. You know what I'm saying? The pink cocaine. You know what I mean?
The booger sugar. You know what I'm saying?
All right, y'all. Moving on to our next must hear music. I started to do a themes with the music. Y'all like the themes with the music. So these are 3 songs that you have to put on your playlist to get the party started. These songs do not die. These 3 songs guarantee get the party started. And then you can segue to whatever you want to do. But these 3 songs gets the party started every single time. Number 1, Dennis Edwards, Don't Look Forward. Number 2, Alicia Myers, I Wanna Thank You. Number 3, Ain't Nobody, Shaka Khan. So again, make sure y'all tap into those songs, put them on your playlist. Ain't Nobody, Shaka Khan, Alicia Myers, I Wanna Thank You, Dennis Edwards, Don't Look Forward. Make sure y'all put those on your party starters playlist. All right, moving on to our next segment, must see TV shows. Must see TV shows. You want to start this one off?
I'm gonna continue my period piece, and a must-see TV show is definitely on HBO. You can definitely catch it. Show is called Rome. Came out in 2005. It only has 2 seasons, so it's a short one, but it's jam-packed. Stars Kevin McKidd, Ray Stevenson, Syrian Hines, James Purefoy, Polly Waller, or Walker, Tobias Merzanis, Lindsey Duncan, Nicholas Wooderson, Kerry Condon, David Boiler, Max Prikis, Charara Mastrali, Lee Burgond, and Kenneth Cramehan, Carl Johnson, and Andrea Varna. Like the title states, it's about Rome and 2 seasons of basically a period piece of Rome coming up, and it follows this general and his mans as they coming up through the ranks of the Roman legion, and as they're coming up, turmoil and political upheaval is going around in Rome at the same time, and you gotta watch it. It's fire. Only had 2 seasons, so very slept on show. Don't really talk about it that much, but it has some dope scenes in this one too as well. So definitely check it out.
Make sure y'all tap into that. All right, my must see TV show. It's not a classic, but it is must see. It's only been on for 2 seasons. Came out in 2022. This is called. This show is called 61 Street. It stars Courtney B. Vance, Anjanou Ellis, Tolson Cole, Bentley Green, Andrea Ward Hammond, Holt McCauley, Emma Altros, and Mark O'Brien. Fire show by the attorney who normally obviously represents the people from the neighborhood. A cop gets murdered and you got to see the show. I won't ruin it for you. It's a great watch. It's only 2 seasons. It's only 2 seasons on purpose, but it is a great watch. You're going to be hooked from the first 10 minutes of the movie, guaranteed. Again, it's called 61 Street, so make sure you tapped into that. You got cologne for us?
Definitely got cologne for y'all. This is a personal favorite of mine's. If you look good, you smell good, you feel good, you're gonna do good. So you definitely need your bottle of Creed, and the scent is Aventus. I mean, damn, I can't say what can I say about this scent. Like, first of all, Creed is like one of them top tier bottles. You know what I'm saying? So 2 sprays is literally even too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the scent is so strong. It's like you only really need 1 spray, and it's a long lasting scent as well. So definitely get you a bottle of Creed. The scent is called Aventus, and you ain't gonna be pissed off, son. 2 sprays and it's over. You know what I'm saying?
Very machismo. You know what I'm
Straight
saying?
out, straight out the door. You know what I'm saying?
Walk,
You know,
walk past the ladies and they be like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They come rolling back like Monterey Jack and Chippendale, like with the beard all twinkling in the jaw. Instead of
That,
the they'll
that's
be
how that's
here.
how they that's how their wig gonna be when the scent just hit them. The wig
Just
just gonna be doing the same shit his mustache was doing.
instead of the mustache, he'll be their hair. And then
Yeah.
you're like, yo, what's going on? Like, so get that bottle of Creed. Stop playing. All right, y'all already know what time it is. It's time to wrap. This segment is brought to you by Button Snaps. Your classic movie shows and documentaries for your viewing pleasure are $4.99. Again, Button Snaps. First hot topic of the night. Running back Kareem Hunt is back and signed with the Kansas City Chiefs. What do you think about that move?
Yeah, where was he? Like, was he even in the league?
No, he's been killing in with the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, they probably wasn't saying his name as much, but that's what's up. Glad that he's back with the Chiefs. Try to go at it one more time. You know what I'm saying? See what's goody.
Yeah, yeah. Because he had to share the carries with Nick Chubb, and then when Nick Chubb he's been hurt and he's been killing with it's not like people talk about the Browns like that. You know what I mean? Like, but he was doing his thug dizzle, and now he's back. You know what I'm saying? All that bad pub from the reason why he had to leave in the first place. Nobody's talking about that. We stick it on football. Let's focus on Title Town. You know what I'm saying? Those who already fans of the channel already know that the Chiefs is my team, and he just came back to Title Town. This is just what we do, and I'm hoping that him coming back takes us to a whole new level. Shout out to Isaiah Pacheco, get better soon. But I think he's going to be out for a while, so have a safe recovery because he's going to be missed. His energy, his skills. So shout out to Isaiah Pacheco. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Actor Omar Gooding talks about getting into an altercation, a physical altercation, on the set of Baby Boy with Ving Rhames during filming. What do you think about that?
They got into altercation.
Yeah, it was one of them scenes where, you know, you know what I'm saying? It was one of them argumentative scenes and they got a little carried away and to the point where they kind of like wrestled each other and they ended up on the floor and Omar Gooden said out his own mouth that he had to check himself and to get out that situation he had to kiss Ving Rhames on the forehead, be like, "Yo, we cool, nigga." So, he shared that.
I mean, I guess I could stuff like that. I guess happens on set. I mean, I don't understand what's the point of talking about now, 22 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, like what do we get out of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but if it was a point to you mentioning it, then I can understand. But if you just y'all had an argument or whatever, the scene, y'all got carried away. I know how y'all method actors do, y'all Juilliard actors, you know what I'm saying? Y'all take the scenes of being a thug and y'all portray that scene all day to get the right machismo of being a thug. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, y'all, I don't know, exchange blows, y'all fought it out and hugged it out afterwards. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess that's what's up, son. Now
I
the question is who won?
I got the gangster gear, my dogs. I thought I was wearing the braids.
You throw a biatch in there, I think you got it.
Biatch. Yo, it sounds like a party that went wrong. I mean, all right. All jokes aside, things do happen on set when people don't actually get along. Like Omar Gooden has said before that throughout Baby Boy, the filming of Baby Boy, he has his own way of getting into roles. Tyrese has his way, and Ving Rhames had his way. So it sounds like for I guess interest purposes that he's given background to that iconic movie. Um, I don't know what we get out of that story in particular, but he did speak on it. Um, and I wonder what Ving Rhames would have to say about that. I wonder if his story would match the same of Omar Gooden because they did have somewhat of a contentious relationship as far as the movie is concerned, where Tyrese's character have an issue with Melvin, and that one scene where he's walking around in his drawers and Jody's putting them on. You want me to take them out, cuz? And so.
Since
I,
Mr. Elvin fessed up to it, you know what I'm saying? Everything's good now.
but I try to be a good nigga. And you know what I'm
I don't
saying?
yo,
Like,
I swear to God, I don't believe none of these Malibu Most Wanted, CB4, Hollywood Shuffle ass niggas. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I
yeah,
don't believe none of them, son. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Y'all all act for a living. Y'all all lie for a living. You know what I'm saying? That's y'all talent. That's y'all talent. You know what I'm saying? Y'all pick up a book, y'all read, and y'all go out there and you lie for a living. You know what I'm saying? You pretend
Uh-huh.
you a thug. Next minute you a gangster. Next minute you a 5-star general. You know what I'm saying? Next minute you a top level assassin. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Next movie you a babysitter. Next minute you a grave robber. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They up old bones. Next minute, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all make believe. So I don't believe none of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. It like you said, it's interesting. The timing is interesting, and it is what it is. All right, moving on to our next hot topic, y'all. Legendary rapper CL Smooth says that Tupac used to be his narcotics man when he started. What do you think about that?
Now you know when somebody uses narcotics, he ain't talking about no weed.
No, no, no. All right, so all right, hold on. He said the weed man, but I told you for the rest of the year, I'm not using all drug terminologies. I'm not using Pacifics. I'm using the word narcotics. You know what I'm saying? For the rest of the year. He did say weed, man. He did.
Nah, you can't try to put Tupac in a box as far as like you was like he was the Doja man. You sending the nigga to the store to get you some annihilators and a Dutch. Like fuck out of here, son. Like stop. I mean, like I really don't care for Tupac's music like that, but at the same time, I still respect the craft and the work that he put in. But don't come out here and be like, yo, he was running to the store, get me weed. Like, fuck out of here, son. Like,
Yeah,
stop.
yeah,
Like you
yeah,
was getting your own weed at the own corner store. Like you wasn't sending nobody to get you no weed. Like what? Like okay, and what's the point?
yeah.
What are you saying that for? Like you know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Like if you're not saying it for no reason, so I can't buy it. Like you know what I'm saying? You trying to say like this man was what when he was 14 or something? Like well, he's
Yeah,
a grown man now. He going to getting you weed? Like come on. When he's a superstar, that's when he getting you weed.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like even I. So here's my take on it. Even if it is true, when you was on top, because he has one of the biggest songs in hip hop history, right? Reminisce over you, right? Okay, you're popping. He's not at that particular time. He will run to the store, get weed or whatever the case may be. Cool.
It's over you
But
came around 94. Tupac
right,
already had juice.
right. So
So what
but
you talking about?
but the point I'm making, he didn't finish that way. He finished on a whole nother level. Again, me and you are the same as far as Tupac. I like Tupac's music, but the personal stories you hear about Tupac, as far as how he moved with his friends, girls, and stuff like that, and the stories you hear about him, just doing kind of sussy things or whatever, it takes away from, the whole presence of him. To be honest with you, like the story where, Marlon Wayans told a story because him, Marlon Wayans, and Omar Epps' close friends. Omar Epps fell asleep. Tupac took out his balls and put it around Omar Epps' mouth, and they thought it was the funniest thing between him and Marlon. You know what I'm saying? So, and he just told that story like last year, which is like, what type of friend is that to do that while you asleep? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a whole
He
fight,
the type
bro.
of nigga that think that type of shit funny. You know what I'm saying?
Push the whole cook, he most the whole cake in his face. You know what I'm saying? Think that's something.
I show him mad love, be mad love, son.
You know what I'm saying? So things like that takes away from Tupac's, image in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But even if that was the case, even if for one point in time he was the weed man, he did not finish that way. He finished on a level that honestly you never made. And you probably wasn't trying to make it to that particular level. You still hip hop royalty, but to say that like he was the like he started off as the little man and he finished off as the little man. It's like, come on, like, dude, let's keep it real. Like we being a little ridiculous with that particular story. Even if that's true, he did not finish the little homie. He didn't finish the little homie. Just like he said in Above the Rim, Mama rocking back and forth in the wintertime, talking about oh shit, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? That's CL Smooth. So you thought you was coming back to save us or something, like, but it's alright though. I handle things.
I brought that back. You know what I'm saying?
Marble floors. She done see more money than she ever had. And I did that. I brought that back. Then the side note, but y'all get my point. So it's just like at the end of the day, it sounds crazy at the end of the day. So that's what I think of that. That's my take on that with CL Smooth. And you got better things to talk about. You're a legendary rapper, right? You have better things to talk about. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Y'all already know what it is. P. Diddy back. We was talking about it episodes ago, Well, I asked, yo, what happened to P. Diddy? What happened to the case? I thought he was out here just going crazy, had the whole world in the chokehold. U.S. Attorney answered, arrested. So P. Diddy's arrested, held without bond. You know it's crazy when the court rejects a $50 million bond, bro. Not once, but twice. They like, nah, we don't need none of that money on. Keep him there. What do you think about P. Diddy being arrested?
They're gonna they're eventually gonna have to give him bail. You can't not give a person bail. It's a non-violent crime. You know what I'm saying? So it's not murder. You know what I'm saying? So eventually you're gonna have to give them bail. It's just dragging their feet on that aspect. That's all that really is. Like you cannot. It's the law. It doesn't matter. That's the thing about law. It has nothing to do with you, your money, none of that shit. The law is the law. Like they could drag their feet. They could be like, oh, the paperwork's caught up in the pipeline, the motion's caught up in the pipeline, but eventually that shit got to get filed. You know what I'm saying? It may not get filed right when you want it, but they got to file it. They could delay it 2 days, 3 days, but eventually they got to file it, and he's gonna make bail. You know what I'm saying? Now, with what they have as evidence, because you could read the indictment.
Yeah.
As far as a federal case, is like, God damn, this is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all ain't got no case.
Mm-hmm. You don't think they have a case?
The only victim is Cassie. And they was in a relationship for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? If she's going on witness stand, any defensive lawyer can eviscerate anything she's gonna say. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the cross-examination. So whatever claims you have, however crazy and terrible they are, that we're not taking that away morally, but legally, there's no basis here. Because you was in a relationship with a nigga for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Any cross-examination is going to destroy all of that. So, I don't know. But we're going to see.
I mean, I think they do got a case, bro. I don't think he's getting out. I don't think he's getting out because when they have racketeering, and they not only just Cassidy, all the people that's named in these situations, or the people that was in these situations with
Right.
Cassidy.
When it comes to federal, it only deals with the victim. The witnesses have nothing to do with the indictment. The only person that's in the indictment is the victim. And we already know who the victim is Cassie. It's
Right,
only
but
one victim. The witnesses have nothing to do with it.
okay.
So it's only the victim when it comes to federal cases and an indictment, which is already out there. You know what I'm saying? So we already know what the evidence they're gonna bring because it's
Mm-hmm.
already the indictment. So the only victim they got is Cassie.
I still disagree mainly because for them to bring it to the U.S. attorney, if they felt like that, if their smoking gun is and only Cassie, and the type of lawyers that you would think P Diddy would have, if it solely relied on them, I don't think they would even be in the court in court. I don't think they would have reject the bill. And he is a flight risk, so that's a part of it as well too.
But the thing about him being a flag Chris, that's the problem with media. He's been in the city since the beginning of September. The people already had his information. He been there. He been gave these people his passport. You know what I'm saying? His
Mm-hmm.
lawyer already said this already. So
Mm-hmm.
all of this stuff that they doing is all part of the media fluff and the spin. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? As far as the legal aspect of it, what they legally have, they don't really have that much legally.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So him being a flight risk is debunked because he already was there. He already been gave his passport. So using that court is going to get debunked. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know that part because, you know what I'm saying, the lawyer put that information out, that who is P. Diddy's lawyer, because he had an interview with I forget the newscast that he was on, and he put that information out. You know what I'm saying? And then another part about Cassie's situation was the hotel, right? But the part that we didn't know about it was, if she was so in fear of her life and she was running away from Diddy, why did she grab Diddy's clothes that was in the bag that she was holding? That was Diddy's clothes. Remember, he was coming out in the towel.
Mm-hmm.
But what we don't know is that she found out Diddy was smashing somebody else.
She smashed the nigga, smashed the phone in his head, grabbed his clothes, and ran out. And that's when we seen what we seen as the video surveillance of him running out the hotel chasing Cassie. Again, I'm not condoning what he's doing, but when we don't get the full story, it kind of breeds a kind of false pretense. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
we only got one side of the story up until now. So
Mm-hmm.
since we only got one side, we only felt one side of it. But now once we hear the other side, it was like, damn, well, that's kind of crazy now.
But it also make you wonder. You gotta remember, he also sold his Miami property and his Los Angeles property. So his ties is not really set in stone in the U.S. if he doesn't want it to be.
Right.
So,
He already knew about the case was coming. You know what
hmm
I'm saying? Since March.
hmm
So my man was preparing. And
he was,
if you already flight risk, if you already know the shit's gonna go down, why would you go to New York and chill in New York? Where you
hmm
got arrested at, quote unquote. We ain't seen him get arrested. They ain't do the Bad Boys 2 running down on Tapia's room with 50 guns.
hmm
You don't even see no video of him getting arrested. You just heard he got arrested. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a
So
fact.
he surrendered himself in. So this whole flight risk and this, that, and the third is all gonna get debunked. You know what I'm saying? So they're eventually gonna give him bail. They're gonna have to.
I just think when you're dealing with the U.S. Attorney's Office, their success rate is crazy. I don't even think it's going to go to trial, to be honest with you. I think he's going to take a plea deal. That's what I really believe because of everything. When you deal with the U.S. Attorney's Office, it's not the state's office. So the state office, everything that you're saying will go perfectly with the state. U.S. Attorney play by a different set of rules. Their success rate is different. Their evidence, the mountain of evidence that they feel like they have is different. So with that mindset, for me, unfortunately, I think he's going to go down. I think he's
I
going
don't,
to go.
I don't see it because I read the indictment and I know how the feds work. I don't see it, but we're gonna see. Because the evidence they do have, how you gonna prove trafficking? What evidence do you have to prove that? From the indictment, it doesn't have no evidence, but your only victim that was in your relationship for 10 years.
Yeah, but again, within the indictment, if you're see, and I never knew this, right? I didn't know if you, but regular people do it all the time. If you fly somebody out with the intention of smashing them, and then you pay them for their time, that's what they would consider a form of prostitution. And people do it all the time, but it's yeah, that's my girl, or but that's just a girl that I'm smashing, and they make a rule feel like it was something dirty instead of like, yo, I flew her out, we smashed out, I put a little a little money on her, whatever, and that was that. They're like, oh yeah, nah, that's trafficking, and on top of that, you let your mans in them hit. So it's funny how that language works. I wish I should have told you to look up some of the words that's dealing with the case on the language of the case or whatever, as far as what they consider, what's what. So it's going to be this is going to be a fight. This is going to be a fight, but I think eventually I think he will plead out. That's what I believe for his benefit, for his family benefit. He will get off. And we will see. Time will tell. I thought the whole Diddy thing was over because you remember episodes ago, I'm like, yo, what happened to Diddy? I thought he was the worst person in the world. Y'all going up in his crib, y'all find thousands of baby oils, y'all find, all this Astroglide pause, yeah, y'all finding pounds of pink cocaine and all types of stuff for the party, and ain't nothing happen. Y'all found all these videotapes, ain't nothing happened. He got all these people on tape, ain't nothing happened. Ain't nobody talking about the possibility on him having somebody on tape that starred in our favorite movies or TV shows. What happened? And they gave us some answers. So they said oil up for Diddy. Yeah. Yeah, Jake Savage, you funny, but you're being a little weird because you're overdoing it. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. And this is kind of in connection of the Diddy trial too. Warner Brothers and 300 Entertainment president Kevin Liles stepped down as the president. What do you think about that?
I mean, speculation would be like, oh, the timing is suspicious, but I mean, man, step down, man, step down. Like I can't call into speculation, or there's no cases on him that we know about. So maybe he want to spend time with his family. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put no jacket on the man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he got tired of the industry, shit not making money as it was, and shiny shoot days is over. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, I'm over this now. My man's done. I'm out of the game. The game is over. It's not the same no more. So that's how I look at it. I don't see it as any other way until some cases being brought down on everybody. Until then, man just want to retire and be with his family.
Yeah, I definitely don't think money is an issue. He was making that money on. But I tell you one thing, if the next time we see him is in Bali, I'm just saying, if he in Bali out there with in Bali with Russell Simmons and them, and mind you, he used to work for Russell Simmons. So I'm just saying.
But then on the other aspect, there is a fucking case with Kevin Liles, what's his face, Trey Songz, and Universal Music Group from last year. So I don't know. Maybe that could have something to do with it too. But you know, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Again, it could just be want to retire, spend time with the fam.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope that's the case. You know what I'm saying? But if the next time we see this man in Bali, then I'm going to put two and two together. You know what I'm saying? So there's no extradition in Bali. You go to Bali and eat all the nuts and fruits, pause, and live it up. You know what I'm saying? Eat monkey wings over there. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I'm saying? And chill with Russell Simmons and them. You know what I mean? All right, moving on to our next hot topic. I think I seen somebody mention it in the chat. Did you hear about the story about Javion McGee? Javion McGee is 21. He was 21. He was a truck driver from Chicago, but he was found dead September 11th in rural Henderson, North Carolina, with the rope around his neck hanging from a tree. What do you think about that?
I mean, it's a sad case, a sad situation. But I don't know how am I supposed to feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's another young person died, and I hope the family gains justice for it. Um, yeah, it's just a tragic event. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is definitely tragic. It's more tragic that most people don't even know the story, are not speaking on it. But at the same point, like, at what point are we going to take our own lives serious? Like, this situation is obviously not his fault, but this is when I'm talking about taking our lives serious. We got the election coming up. Where's our crime bill? Like, for years, long as I can remember, melanated people have been dying all across this country with no consequences. Nobody knows nothing. It's in rural North Carolina. It could be in the metropolitan area in Indianapolis. It's like it doesn't matter if it's on a busy intersection or in a on a rural place or whatever the case may be or in the suburbs. It's still that same thing. So where was our crime bill when these things are happening? Somebody have to know something. He was a truck driver. To drive a truck, you have a transponder on your truck. From A to B, there's cameras from A to B. So for him to die without a trace, you mean to tell me that there's no footage on the last stop that he was at? They have a picture of him coming out of Walmart. So between that picture coming from Walmart, I'm pretty sure he had to stop and get gas somewhere. and then y'all know his route, based on his route, based where he was found. Y'all do the steps. So nobody knows nothing. Nobody knows nothing. Where is the consequences? Where is the deterrent of doing things like that to people who are melanated? Because time and time again, these things happen and they show people that our lives don't matter. And I feel sorry for his family because at this point, they have no answers. What can they do with that? We found your loved one wrapped around a tree. What? On top of that, he's making an honest living and he's a baby, 21 years old. He's a baby in this thing called life. He haven't gotten his life together yet at 21. So it's like, where is the consequences? Where's the answers? How many times we're gonna go through this and there's no answers? It's like every other week it's always some other ish with us just getting murdered and there's nothing that's being done about it. This is sick. This hit me kind of different. The boy only 21 years old, trying to make a living on his truck. An honest job, bro. That's sad. Again, my condolences to the family, and I really hope the police in that area do their job and find answers. This can't go unchecked. This can't go without punishment. Sad, yo. All right, moving on to our next segment. This segment is brought to you by Bravo Section. Make sure you go to bigbravosection.com. Again, bigbravosection.com, where you could purchase photography and book a session with one of the best photographers in the world. If you're in the Miami area, make sure you hit that session. If you're not in the Miami area, still book that session. Fly out, take care of your session. Again, bigbravosection.com. You have a petty thought for us?
Chat, you know how we do. We always tap into the Bible, find out the definition of these legal words that we use and hear every day. So this is what this segment is about. So I have a few words today that we're gonna get the definitions of, right? So the first word on this list is magistrate. So magistrate is a public civil officer possessing such power as legislative, executive, and judicial as the government appointing him may ordain. In a narrower sense, an inferior judicial officer such as a justice of the peace. So a magistrate officer is the lowest of judges. So they won't really actually have any real power unless if it's given to them for them to, I guess, oversee a case or something like that. So that's the only time they will actually gain power. But magistrate really has no real power. All they could do is, if you come across a magistrate judge, all they're gonna do is either say bail denied, bail approved, they hear your case, or they give you a court date. That's really all they can do. You know what I'm saying? So next on the list is the word probate. So probate means a court procedure by which all at which a will is proved to be valid or invalid. Though in the current uses, this term has been explained to generally refer to a legal process wherein the estate of a deceased is administrated. Generally, the probate process involving collecting a descendants' assets, liquidating liabilities, paying necessary taxes, and distributing property to heirs. So probate is basically when you it's a procedure where a family member dies and they didn't leave a will, they didn't leave any type of instruction on how they want their assets to be divvied. Probate court is where that process happens. But the only problem is probate court generally takes a long period of time to siphon through whatever case they're going through, and some families kind of get drawn out because probate is a long process and court fees and this, that, and the third.
So the best way that you want to structure your family to eliminate probate is to put all your assets, whether it's your car, your boat, your house, you have all the titles to these assets, you put all the assets in a trust, and you have the trust be the owner of the assets, and you have a beneficiary for the trust. So when you pass away, none of your property goes through probate. It just goes immediately to the beneficiary. So you save your family a bunch of time and fees by setting up your trust now. So when you pass away, your family be good. You know what I'm saying? So next on this list is assets. So assets are property of all kinds, real or personal, tangible or intangible, including for certain purposes, patents, and other causes of action, which belong to any person, including a corporation and the estate of a descendant. The entire the entire property of a person, association, corporation, or estate that is applicable to or subject to the payment of his or her or its debts. So assets could, like I said, could be anything. You have a business. You could put your business underneath a trust so it doesn't go through probate. You know what I'm saying? You have intellectual property, same thing, copyrights, trademarks, everything that you've basically accumulated. You put into your trust, and the trust protects the assets, and that way, when you pass on, your family gets the assets, the benefits of using your assets, right? So last on the list is democracy. So democracy is that form of government in which the sovereign power resides in and exercised by the whole body of free citizens, directly or indirectly through a system of representation as distinguished from a monarchy, aristocracy, or oligarchy. So we basically gave our power through a system of representation. So it may not be a monarchy, aristocracy, or oligarchy, but we have politicians. So those are our representatives that we gave them power to represent us. So that's democracy. So these words for this week are magistrate, probate, assets, and democracy. Again, if you have any words that you want to know the legal definitions of, please don't hesitate, put it in the chat, and I'll get to you for next episode.
The first time I've ever seen that word magistrate was after a judge name going to family court and realizing that the magistrate judge is not the same as the judge. So these are things that, and nobody told me this. These are things I had to like learn as I went along, and that was the first time I was even exposed to that as a teenager, seeing that. So great words. Again, make sure y'all send y'all words in so my brother could look them up and he'll break them down next episode. All right, moving on to our next segment, our Keep the Lie Live segment.
Keep the lie live.
The Lie Live. So my Keep the Lie Live for this episode, it's never too late. The statement, the mindset that it's never too late to fix things. Lies, lies, lies. Some things do have a time limit. If you don't act, then you're going to lose out. And sometimes you're going to lose out forever. Majority of the time, you're going to lose out forever. When people rely on this thing, it's never too late to do this, it's never too late to do that. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We all living on a time. We all living in our own schedule, in our own atmosphere, and time matters. What you do with your time on a day to day, it matters. It adds up. So time matters. So it bothers me when I hear people like, yo, it's never too late to, make that phone call to just say how you feel. It's never too late to, go do this. And no, it's too late. It's too late. Yes, it's too late. Some things you can have an openness to it, but a lot of things that we talk about, it's never too late to go do this, go do that. No, you had your time. You had your time. You could have did that and you should have did that. And then you should have did it again when you got the time again. And now you choosing now to think about it again. Time is everything. That's the most expensive thing that we own and we use frivolously is time. When you work a job, they pay you for your time. When most people get at work, they looking at the clock like, damn, when 5 going to hit? Yo, you only there till 5. They only paying you from there to 5. You can't get that time back. So no matter what you do, time continuously to keep moving. So it kills me when I hear people say, yo, yeah, I got time to do this. I got time to do that. Bull, it's just not happening. You're going to lose time. When you lose time, you lose money. When you lose money, you lose a connection. When you lose connection, you lose opportunity. And these things work together. And if you lose that, then now you lose the ability to really take advantage of the moment because you lost out on that time. So those who out there that's playing with time, stop. Take your life serious. Because you can't get that back. Can't go back 10 minutes. Can't go back a day. Can't go back 2 weeks ago. Can't go back a month. Life don't work like that. It's continuously moving. I remember my father told me one time, he said, yo, you live your life, and then when you leave, it's abrupt. And guess what? Life keep going. Because everybody don't know you. Everybody don't know me. So when you're gone, it'd be like, damn, I'm sorry to hear that. And then life keeps on going. That's just how it is. You can't get back time. So that whole mindset and thought process of it's never too late, you're working against yourself with that mindset. You're working against yourself if you're moving with that perception. Take advantage of today, of tomorrow. Because next week, guess what? You might not even be here. Time. Take advantage of it. That's my Keep the Lie live for this episode. Yo, shout out to Rowan Jack. He just made it in. Appreciate you tapping in, Rowan Jack, man. Appreciate you as always. But yes, yo, we always love having y'all, man. We on every Thursday, every Sunday at 10:30. So make sure y'all continuously support us and like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. We got over like 180 rewatch videos. So make sure y'all tap in, leave comments. We love, we love a good conversation. Tap into the movies that we talk about because we will talk about it in future episodes. If y'all bring it up, y'all like, yo, we saw 8mm or we saw whatever movie we put out there. So make sure tap in and hit us back. I want to shout out to some of the sponsors of the show. Bravo Section, Button Snaps, and OUV Records. If you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, you can hit me on Instagram at Ashley Lovechild, or you can hit my brother on his Instagram at
Bravo Section _
So if you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, you can hit us up on Instagram. Make sure y'all tap into the Overstand podcast. Why understand when you can overstand every Monday at 9:30. Make sure y'all tap in. We got the big 100th episode coming up soon. So make sure y'all tap back in. That's going to be fire. We're going to do some free giveaways that episode. So make sure y'all tap in and y'all hit us with the good comments. Don't be weird and just put trolling stuff in. But we love, and be a part of the conversation. We also coming up on a year, bro. We also coming up on a year. We've had this particular podcast for about 10 months. So we coming up on a year. So we're going to do a special when we hit the 1 year Anna. You know what I'm saying? What else we got going on? Also, I got a new EP, working on a new EP right now called Summer of '08. Be on the lookout for that. Make sure y'all tap in, or you could tap into my music right now on any music platform at Ashley Lovechild. I know my brother got some joints he want to tap in real quick.
Yeah, just tap in with me. Website under construction.
Fire. So make sure y'all tap in. Again, we here. Can the brothers get a rap every Thursday, every Sunday at 10:30. It keeps getting bigger and bigger. YouTube, for some reason, don't show our real numbers within the chat, but we appreciate those who are tapping in and continuously support us. Again, hit that like, subscribe, share, notification bell. We have memberships within the chat. So make sure y'all tap into the memberships, different access, get your badges, and it puts you on a whole nother level. And we appreciate that support. Y'all already know it's all love, and we'll see y'all next time. And we out.